Hello everyone and welcome to Return of the Obra Dinn, a game by Lucas Pope, and if that name is not immediately familiar to you, he is the person behind Papers, Please, which not only contains a lot of hard P's the first thing in the morning, but also managed to make bureaucratic dystopian paperwork oddly intriguing, fascinating, immersive. So, Return of the Obra Dinn. First of all, game has a very distinct look. Now, going to be going with the LCD look for the recording, mainly because it looks the nicest and kind of pops the most. But we've also got those aren't funny. Here, for example, we've got some very funny options. We've got parity of control, slow side of perfect. Gonna go with perfect. Language. Got a decent amount of languages. Actually, let's go through. So we've got Macintosh. This is what the game boots on, and it's nice. Reminds me of a days gone past, but it's just a little bit washed out. Fallout New Vegas. This is very blue, and the LCD is the nicest. It has a nice pop to it. It looks good. Right, 1, 2, 3, no fate solved. Lost at sea 1803, the good ship Obra Dinn. Built 1796, London, 800 tons, 18 feet draught. Captain R. Witterell, crew 51 men, last voyage to Orient, Cape Rendezvous unmet. Contact East India Company, London office for inquiries or testimony. The Honourable East India Company. Attention, Chief Inspector Insurance and Claims, London office. The Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare a full assessment. Falmouth, England, 1807.
Man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know. Hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
Alrighty then, and ooh, that does zoomy. Righto, and apparently, I'm gonna start with this. There's two things that I want to say right at the beginning. So the way the game works is it assigns you a random gender. You're either going to be male or female, and this time we're female, which may or may not be quite obvious. It's our character's voice was quite low, and the other thing, which I'm sure is not helped by me swinging the camera around, is that some people apparently do get a little bit nauseous or just cross-eyed after a while. So you know, keep that in mind as you watch this, and of course if you're interested.
Oi! It's too heavy!
Whatever do you mean it is too heavy? What am I supposed to do with it?
It's too heavy! Lift it yourself!
What a grumpy bastard.
It's too heavy. Take it yourself or open it here.
Return of the Obra Dinn, a catalogue of adventure and tragedy, 1807. Preface. I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expect this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first, or will make sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Henry Evans. Right, so we've got the journey, the ship, the crew, life at sea, glossary, back cover, loose cargo, a bitter cold. These are the chapters, these are the contents. Loose cargo, bitter cold, murder, calling, unholy captives, soldiers of the sea, the doom, bargain, which will remain a mystery to us, escape, and the end. The journey, the Atlantic, the Azores, Madeira, Canary Islands, Africa, Cape Verde. Ooh, very nice. And these are the deck plans for the Obra Dinn. Right, we've got captain's quarters and passenger cabins. This must be the main deck that we are currently, or that we were on. We've got gun deck, 2nd mate, 4th mate, 1st mate, 3rd mate, stewards, midshipman, bosun mate, all up deck, purser's office, surgery, crew, starboard war, carpenter, gunner, cargo hold, captain's cargo, private cargo, passenger cargo, and I assume just mercantile cargo, bosun's store. We've got a crew list, so we've got, of course, Robert Whitted, Captain, England, and here we got Fate. Right, so that must be what we need to fill in. We've got English, Austrian, France, America, Ireland, Poland, Scotland, Italy, Formosa, India, Sweden, Wales, Persia, China. We've got 4 Chinese topmen. New Guinea, Russia, Denmark, Sierra Leone. So these must be then the well, I mean, these are the sketches, but these must also be how we can identify the people. He's got a grand hat. I'm going to go with he's probably the captain, because that hat is quite amazing. Chapter 1, loose cargo, got nothing. On the cargo deck, part 2, bitter cold. Part 3 on the orlop deck, murder. Ah. Okay, so this chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return to the book to me, H.E. Ah. Where was I? Okay, so escape. Nothing. And then we've got glossary, so we've got captain, mate, boatswain, gunner, purser, surgeon, carpenter, helmsman, steward, midshipman, topman, seaman, rigging, main deck, gun deck, all up deck. Alright, and that is... alright, so tab to open and close book and Q for table of contents. So that is the talk and that is the close. Memento mortem. Remember death. Alright, I think that's my lot, so... Cheers, mate! So that is most definitely a corpse, so when we look at the corpse, the thingamajig comes up. The memento mortem. Are there further corpses somewhere? Don't seem to be. But yeah, I can definitely see how the flickering of the little pixels would make you possibly a little bit nauseous. Although it does look a lot nicer through the recording software.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells! You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Alright then. Okay, so the man in the grand hat is this, and he appears to be firing a pistol at this man. Who also has a grand hat. Not quite as grand though. And this man seems to have a hat. That's very important when it comes to detectoring, finding out who's who. Hats. And what's this? And he seems to have been in the picture one of the men assigned on the firing squad. Another important fact. The end. So we are towards the end then. I mean, the way it fills stuff in is actually, it's quite remarkable. So... So... His image is nice and bright, and his is blurry, and so is his. Captain, open the door, kick it in lest we break it down and take more than those shells. Location of the corpse. This unknown soul was shot with a gun by, I'm going to guess, Robert Wittrell. So the next part is inside the captain's quarters. I see how this is going to progress. Yes, I already knew that. Okay, so that's how I get out of that. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. There's a lot of bodies. I'm gonna go with... Well, that's bloody strange. I'm gonna go with whatever happened to the Obra Dinn. It wasn't particularly nice.
Where are they? Must be in here someplace. They're at the bottom of the sea. That's a lie.
Alright, then we've got a... the pistol on the ground, of course. He'd only have a single shot. That, yes, is Mr. Fancy Hat, who I think has just knifed this man in the throat. And yes, this is Mr. Andy Cap, who seems to be either clubbing or possibly stabbing the captain in the shoulder. Mr. Andy Cap. At the moment, this is carrying all the hallmarks of a possible mutiny. Was knifed by the captain. I mean, surely there has to be a... Show these to me. No. I kind of feel like there must be an easier way of doing what I'm doing, but I don't know. Okay, so that's the knife. Or is it? Are there two knives? Okay, well, first things first, let's look at this poor unfortunate soul. Well, if I'm not brutally mistaken, the glurging sound was very much the sound of someone drowning in their own blood. Yes, indeed. So the captain appears to be stabbed in the side. But he seems to be using the pointy stick that Andy Cap was using to brutally bash in Baldy McPherson's head. Yeah, he is bald. Alright. Okay. I reckon it does that when it thinks there's nothing else there to learn. Aye, that's what I reckon. Who it is, I have no idea, but I can say that they probably got clobbed. I mean, clobbed sounds pretty right. I mean, it must have been a tremendous blow to actually, like, just straight kill them. Okay. That's a bit weird. So we've got a pistol, a chair, and a corpse. And over here we've got a corpse laid to rest. I think I know what happened here, but what is this? Oh Jesus, what have I fucking walked into? Right, so we've got a name, Martin. We've got the information that this woman is the captain's wife. We've got a very fancy man with a bicorn and a beard. Okay, we've got a man there. Lady dancing. Oh, this man has a fantastic hat. And also apparently a wealth of firearms. What? No, it's not fuck. I've still got plenty to learn, you fucking bastard. Oh, this is for Chapter 7, The Doom. This face is no longer blurred. Means they can be identified. I'm going to go with Captain's wife. 60 people on the ship when it left England. Alright, cheers. Well, I feel good about who this is. So we're looking for someone with the... We're looking for a woman with the last name Whittrell. Abigail Hoskett Whittrell. Alright, that sounds good. Was crushed by a fucking tentacle monster. Oh, cheers, bruv. Fates are validated in sets of 3, so I need to... Yeah, I need to figure out 3 people, and then it'll give me those if they are correct. Okay, I mean, fair is fair, I suppose. Alright, who are you? Oh, you're Baldy. You're Baldy McPherson, and who is your friend with tattoos? You, my good sir, with the tremendous hat, might be the gunner. Or a gunner, or the master gunner. And, oh, hello. That looks like a... I don't know if I can say that it looks like a Chinaman, but, gonna go with he could be Chinese. Whoa, what? Why are you lit up? Ah, okay, so I'm gonna guess that that is because his body no longer exists. So it's kind of been recreated, but there's still something that needs to be determined, and I suppose... Top of the morning.
Abigail, your brother, my friend. I shot him dead. I'll be with you soon, my love. Please forgive me for everything.
Jesus fuck, how harrowing must it be to have to... I mean, it's not like he had a spare pistol. He had to take that pistol that he used to shoot her brother, his wife's brother, then manually load it, and then shoot himself. Through the heart, apparently. So, good man, good man. Aha, good, good, excellent. So, it was Abigail Hoskett Whittrell, which would make William Hoskett the brother. They're both also Scottish. Also, first mate would make sense to be captain's friend. Robert Whittrell, Captain. Can I further? William Hoskett, first mate, was shot with a gun by Captain Robert Whittrell. Sounds good. No idea who that is. No idea. Oh yeah, it hasn't yet drawn the... There we go. Now it's gonna do that. Captain Robert Whittrell. Suicide with a gun. Well done, 3 fates correct. Alright, so that marks what? The 60 fates, and wonder why that's blacked or like in a different kind of filling. Maybe because they are in the bargain chapter? That would actually kind of make sense. So there was a mutiny, maybe? What does that mean? This well-tattooed man seems to have lost his lower half, which is unfortunate to say the least. Oh, this is the man with the hat and the plethora of guns, I think. Oh, and this is the man with the what I assume to be a gunner's hat, who seems to be throwing a gun. And there's another person with a gun. Guns galore. So the game is at the moment already presuming that we can determine who this is, and well, let's start, torn apart by a beast. No, torn apart by Captain, yeah? So, let's go with what we know. So we know it's clear, so we should be able to ID him. Now, he's a well-tattooed man, and although these tattoos themselves don't really have a... they don't bear a resemblance to anything, I don't think. I mean, the closest that I would personally say is like Pictish tattoos, but Picts weren't really a thing in the 1800s, so, I mean, as far as I know, during the 1800s, most tattooed, like that heavily illustrated people would. First of all, it's not going to be First Mate Stewart, but it could be someone from New Guinea. Not a fucking clue where Formosa is, but he doesn't look like Bun Lan Lim, I'll be honest. He also doesn't really look like a Patrick Cohagen. So with this, I'm gonna go that he is indeed from the Pacific Islands, based on his tattoos. And we will probably know that later on. So let's club by Robert Whittrell. Just people who we do not yet know. Well, the game is presuming that we know who this is. I mean, he's definitely an officer. Of that we can be certain. Because he's got the bike on. This is him. Accidentally. Yep. Pressed the next corpse button. Alright, go on. Well, several things jump to mind. First of all, that is a big fuck of explosion, but the ship is also listing quite badly. Is that a goat? I think that's a goat. Okay, yeah, no, that's just the door out. I was wondering if that was some kind of fucking porta potty. Okay, that is our Pacific Islander, still in possession of all of his limbs. That is Handicap the Second. That is, of course, Napoleon Bonaparte. Who is this, and how did they die? I'm gonna go with they were exploded. Well, on a quick survey, it looks like there's some shit that's gone down on the gun deck. Right, let's start with this unfortunate soul, who seems to be... Oh, Jesus Christ, that must have fucking smarted. I fucking came down heavily enough to crack the beam. Well, I mean, yeah, it is a cannon. Cannons weigh a lot. I mean, they are fairly solid metal. They're made to contain explosions that propel things. Jesus Christ. What a fucking horrid way to go. Is that another person crushed by a cannon? Nah, he's too far away. How about you there? Okay, so you seem to be the man who we should be able to ID. You are that man. Okie doke. This unknown soul was crushed by a cannon. Okay, so the art style makes this very hard to decipher, but I'm gonna take my best guess and I'm gonna say that the beast grabbed a cannon and started flailing it about after the fuse had already been lit. When the cannon went off, the cannonball went straight for the head of this fine man with the... Oh, this man has the tall top hat. I think this is the gunner. Yes, there's something about top hats and being a gunner, I seem to recall. I might be full of shit though. You never know. Okay, this is Andy Cap the First. I think that's Baldy McPherson. Okay, this unknown soul was shot with a cannon by a terrible beast. The fuse. Well, cheers, bro. That was worth it. Now, first memory. I'm not really wanting to. Gonna assume he was crushed by the beast. I mean, I think it's that man, in which case he definitely was crushed. But right, so you are, yeah, you are Balden McPherson, yeah, and you are presumed Pacific Islander. All right, the whole gang's here. Excellent. Anything? I thought I already knew about you. Oh, but I suppose there's like extra knowledge that will become. Okay, that's one of the dice players. This is top hat. Sir Topham hat. And that is that man. And so yeah, the fuse, the spark has definitely not been belayed. I mean, the fact that these blokes are down here as well would indicate to me that they too might have something to do with the gun deck. I mean, this person definitely was fucking crushed by a beast. Right, who the fuck are you? You are that man. Now, I have a theory that could be described as a game theory, and for that theory, we will come here and we will look at life at sea. Okay, so he's the man that we've bookmarked. Fucking jolly good. Oh, apparently her we're supposed to be able to... and her. Why would we be able to... Okay, so it's a deduction rating of 3. Well, you're not gonna fucking stop me, are you? Right, so we've got Emily Jackson and Miss Jane Bird. Now, looking at the thing, since we've got this that I feel rather rather good about, we could cheese it a little bit and just try the two female names that we've got left. But for now, I'm going to choose to not do that. For several reasons. One of the reasons is that I have a theory. Now, we've got the captain, we've got the first mate. Now, we're supposed to be able to determine who this is. Now, I've got a theory that this might be... I mean, it is definitely going to be one of the mates. Like, 100% it is going to be one of the mates. But with that theory, since these two seem to be rather close to one another during their death, there's a slight chance that this bloke might be this man's. I'm gonna guess that for this, I'm gonna guess that he's the second mate. There's a chance he might be, I'm gonna try anyway, the second mate's steward. Now I'm not sure about that. 100% not sure about that. Him we're also supposed to... Well, actually, I suppose I can actually guess who that is, because he stood at the helm. In this picture, therefore he's most likely the helmsman. Actually, her... Fuck it, I'm gonna guess it's one of the Formosans. I'm gonna guess it's Chiotan. Well, actually, I could try for those as well if I wanted to, because it wouldn't make a difference because I don't know their fates as of yet. So. But yes, my guess as of now is that... oh, there's some spare cannons. And there's the poopage. My guess is that they might be... Doo-doo. Okay, can we get... a further corpse? So this we seem to be just going back further and further. Because we went from... We're basically moving backwards in time with this. Bloody hell, could I please have a next corpse? I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. Ooh. This has opened up. Oh, please tell me that someone got fucking snaffled while taking a shit. Yes, the correct answer to that is yes, someone absolutely fucking got snaffled while taking a shit. There's no picture, just the initials on a drawing. So this man is doing something relating to food. Okay, so that man. Aha! And who are you? Fuck off! I can tell you 100% who it is if I see the appropriate. Edward Spratt, artist, was crushed by a terrible beast. He 100% got fucked. Right, now. Yeah. You. Okay, have I got the... I'm gonna go with a I actually... Never mind, I won't know until I fucking find out their fates. But my theory about him being his, steward, whatever, is starting to seem more and more credible by the moment. I mean, it's either that or maybe they were bumming. Okay, so that one is definitely on the deck. Fuck is this? This is going to be something non-related to the beast thing. Like 100% is going to be non-related. What the fuck is that? Anyway. Oh, I was at the wrong corpse.
Let me on.
Well, I mean, I suppose when they're 60 dead.
Bloody day. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Okay. So, Skin McHead. Man of dark complexion. And, Jolly Mac Smiley. And this is Daddy Mac Grandpa, who got fucking clubbed in the face, something wicked. See, I'm subverting the whole game by giving them, you know, nicknames. Yeah, what do you say to that? Yeah? Yeah. Fucking thought so. Oh no, this is for the Doom. But this is the very first part. Okay, so we can identify this, and I think the clue was Bloody Dane. So we're looking for people from Denmark. Lars Linde. Fucking. Oh yeah. Shit. Okay, so apparently we're supposed to be able to tell this man as well. But at the moment we've got one clue, as far as I can tell, and that is that he has a brother. Now the brother has died, but we don't know. So we're looking for people who share last names. Okay, so we've got Samuel Peters and we've got Nathan Peters. Now, in this situation, I am going to do a slight bit of cheese, because I think we've got 3, so we can just... Yeah, we can just nail that on the head. Okay, but still, that means that we can now, probably for the last thing that we are going to do, this bit is you there. Nathan Peters. We don't know what happened to him. But yeah, I reckon I feel really good about this combo here. Apparently we're supposed to be able to identify this Chinese man. No idea how. I mean he's only got a 2 in deduction rating, so... There's a man with what looks like a turban. Oh well. Anyway, so... another door opens. We shall step through this one. Back into our own world. Back into reality. 7 wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. I'm gonna make a guess that if they made off on the boat, then I'm gonna guess that they were probably drowned. But as such, this is all the time I'm going to dedicate to this for now, and I'm tremendously intrigued with it. It certainly offers a lot of intrigue, and it is a fairly nice looking game, although I am starting to slightly feel it in my eyes after about an hour. So thanks for joining me, and I will be. The current plan is to do this, you know, on a weekly basis, every Sunday, about an hour. So hopefully it'll also be a thing next Sunday. So yeah, be sure to join then. Ta.